So there are three present here in Caleta. One is present at the far groin at the north side of the beach. There's one in the middle of the beach, and especially the strongest one is here at La Mamela, where there's a slight dip in the sandbank. So general public like to think that there's a sandbank throughout La Mamela, but there's actually a slight dip, and then it tends to sweep you out, and in a worst case scenario it could sweep you under the rock.
What conditions make those riptides dangerous?
Usually I believe it's when weather like this, and especially when the tide is coming in. So we as lifeguards and as staff in general, we like to time the tides. So we have a crypt card present in the lifeguard post which tells us when the tide comes in, tide comes out. So anyway, the lifeguards have complete knowledge over the beach as to when it is slightly more dangerous and slightly more convenient.
And you'll walk up and down and tell swimmers?
Yes, of course they can. And as well, we encourage members of the public to come up to us and to ask us any questions present on the beach, because all the lifeguards here at the beach are qualified. They're knowledgeable of every single beach because we have a constant rotation of lifeguards coming in and out of each beach. So constant experience being upheld at each beach. So they have, a plethora of knowledge to be able to give the general public as well.
Explain the current flag system, if you would.
So we have the yellow flag, which is, safe. Bathing is safe. It's great conditions. You should enjoy your day at the beach. We also have a pretty relatively new flag, which is the black ball flag, which is when there's an offshore drift. So when the wind is facing away from the shore. Where
and that's a little bit dangerous?
It is dangerous in the case of inflatables. And
paddleboarders,
and so when we have that flag up, we encourage, we have a strict rule where bathers should not be using any like water wings and rubber rings, paddleboards, stuff like that, because they can get swept out quite easily. We have the purple flag, which is dangerous sea life or an infestation of jellyfish, typically. Recently at Eastern Beach we had stingrays, which was a new one, which was my 5 years of work now was a new one, which is quite cool. However, as lifeguards, we also, as it's hot, one of the hottest days of the year, so we encourage bathers to maybe do a quick dip if it's safe and the lifeguard says so, then that's still okay. And we also have the red flag, which is obviously, bathing is not permitted, it's unsafe, and we'll follow the red flag protocol where lifeguards are present on the shore.
So Charlie, World Drowning Prevention Day is tomorrow. Can we ask you for some general advice to bathers?
For bathers is one, ask the lifeguard. They're qualified, they're mature enough to show you where the safe areas are to swim. And above all, they're ready to help, and they're open to help, and they're really friendly staff, and they're ready to help. Always check the flags, be knowledgeable of the flags. We have cards available at our lifeguard post where there's full information on all the flags, and just be knowledgeable of the sea in general. Never underestimate the power of the sea. No matter if you're an amazing swimmer, I have a swimming background myself, and I would never even attempt to swim in a rip current. So please be knowledgeable that the sea will always win.